This is your WLAK Daily News Roundup for Lake Air, 107.5 FM and 1260 AM in Amory.
For WLAK News, I'm James Kelly. Xcel Energy officials are warning residents of a notable increase in their natural gas prices this year. According to company officials, residential natural gas customers will see their monthly bill increase by about 15%. For the average customer, the rate hike will see their natural gas bill increase from about $112 to about $129. Xcel Energy officials say about half of the increased cost is due to the higher cost of natural gas, and the other half is a result of an increase in infrastructure and other related costs. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources is seeking public input on its North Central Forest Draft Regional Master Plan and environmental analysis. According to a press release, the North Central Forest ecological landscape covers around 95,000 square miles, including portions of Sawyer, Rusk, Douglas, Washburn, and Barron counties. The master plan is meant to guide resource management and recreation opportunities in the region. Public comments on the draft plan will be accepted until December 7th. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation is reminding residents to be on the lookout for deer at this time of year. According to a press release, drivers are at a greater risk of crashing into a deer in October and November as hunting seasons get underway and the hours of daylight decreases. There were over 17,000 crashes involving deer last year, about a third of which occurred in October and November. St. Croix County in the northwest Wisconsin region also saw the third highest total of deer-related crashes last year, with nearly 800. The Wisconsin Department of Justice is warning residents that cybersecurity attacks are becoming more common, in part thanks to the growth of artificial intelligence. At a hearing last week, DOJ officials and cybersecurity experts from Microsoft and Google warned that the use of generative AI is making it easier for hackers to attack government databases, which hold valuable personal information about residents. They also say Wisconsin's Cyber Response Data Team has seen a 60% increase in cybersecurity incidents over just the last 2 years. Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez visited Douglas County this week as part of her 72-county Rolling with Rodriguez tour. Lieutenant Governor Rodriguez was in Superior on Monday, speaking with local residents about their concerns ahead of the 2026 election and her plans to address them. Rodriguez was the first candidate to enter the Democratic primary field for governor, a field that has grown to include other high-profile Democrats like State Senator Kelda Roys, Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley, and State Representative Francesca Hong. The case against a 13-year-old Superior boy accused of shooting at deputies will proceed in adult court following a judge's ruling on Friday. According to court documents, the juvenile suspect allegedly fired at least 4 shots at deputies responding to the town of Superior home in May. The boy's facing multiple felony charges, including first-degree intentional homicide. Authorities say the boy's grandmother called them after he used gas to start a fire next to a tree, and he threatened to shoot the responding deputy before retrieving a long gun from the home. The Public Service Commission of Wisconsin is reminding residents to get caught up on their utility bills before the winter heating moratorium begins. Each year from November 1st to April 15th, utility companies are prohibited from disconnecting heating services for non-payment. They are not, however, required to restart services for residents who have fallen behind on their bills. Residents with outstanding utility bills should contact their providers to make payment arrangements or apply for financial assistance before the winter moratorium begins. Organizers of the Breakthrough T1D Walk in Rice Lake over the weekend say the inaugural event raised nearly $17,000. The event was held at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire Barron County campus and sought to raise awareness about type 1 diabetes and raise money for ongoing research and advocacy efforts. Organizers set an initial goal of raising $15,000, far surpassing that total by the end of the event. Around 150 area residents came out to participate in the 2-mile walk on Saturday morning. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services is requesting nearly $70 million from the state legislature to continue funding SNAP and food share services. Under the new federal budget, states are now responsible for covering 75% of administrative costs for SNAP programs. The new budget also implemented work requirements to qualify for food stamps, adding additional paperwork for the agency to process. The funding would cover federal cuts to the program and hire more staffers to assist residents currently receiving SNAP benefits. The Wisconsin Better Business Bureau is warning residents to be on the lookout for healthcare scams as open enrollment season gets underway. According to agency officials, scammers will contact residents during the open enrollment period, claiming they can help them find the best deal for their healthcare. The scammers then request personal information from their potential victim, including their Medicare ID or Social Security number. Agency officials are warning residents to be wary of unsolicited calls during the open enrollment period. For WLAK News, I'm James Kelly.
The Crew loses Game 2. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Brewer Bats shut down again, losing to the Dodgers 5-1 in the National League Championship Series. On Monday night, Milwaukee lost 2-1. Brewers manager Pat Murphy.
Yeah, if I would have told you that the Dodgers are going to score 7 runs in 2 games and what was the outcome in the first 2 games, I'd say there's a chance we won one of them for sure.
The Dodgers starter, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, gave up a home run to Jackson Chourio on the very first pitch of the game and then became the first player in 8 years to pitch an entire game in the postseason. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts.
You give up the first pitch of the game, you give up a homer, and then you go out there and then you throw a complete game. Was in complete command the entire night. So
the Dodgers go up 2-0 in the best of 7. Game 3 tomorrow night in Los Angeles. NBA, the Bucks losing to the Thunder last night, 116-112. They finished the preseason with a record of 3-1. The Bucks season opener a week from tonight when they host the Washington Wizards. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
That's your WLAK Daily News Roundup from Civic Media. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts. Find more news at lakeair.radio.